Okay, so here's what happened. I was in my stream and I found a way to do Jaffar fight faster with the help of VelCheran. All the timing I do is done with like my eye. It's so in order to keep it as consistent as possible, of course I start from a save state and I die. I suicide in order to try to get the most consistent stop. So first I'm gonna show you the regular timing of what the Jaffar fight is, how the Jaffar fight is now done. So that's the time of 1164, around the time, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. Do keep in mind I'm always talking about two-strike Jaffaring, because in both strategies you can one-strike him, but it's not always consistent. I do believe, I don't have any proof of this, but that it's a little bit more consistent in the new strategy. So now I'm gonna do the new strategy, which consists, it's pretty simple. It's very easily, the only thing it's kind of complicated is you need to get a bit of timing right, but after a few tries you will get the hang of it and it'll be easy peasy. There's two possible outcomes of like randomness. So sometimes you'll save a little bit more of time than other time, which will be a little bit slower. Here you'll see me doing the good pattern, which basically consists, instead of like the whole time save of this different form of fighting Jaffar is that you don't have to hang from the edge, so you save a lot of time there. So what we're gonna do is first do a standing jump, then move in the right time. This is what I was referring as the timing part, and then do, when time is right, do two movements to the right with the sword out, and since it's a good pattern, that will already have taken us to the other side, and we'll strike him and hopefully get a one strike or get a two strike with the regular two strike strat. As you can see, that was way faster, like 1.5 seconds faster. Again, this is a little bit faster, a little bit slower, but that's a lot of time that can be saved just from doing that. However, the one bad thing that this track has is that you're not always gonna get this. Sometimes you're gonna get the bad pattern, which is what I'm going to show you next. So that's the bad setup. It means that you have to strike him twice. However, that's not good. That's actually even slower. One thing I will add is that while I was starting to make this video, is that the more and more I keep doing this, the less bad setups I keep getting. So I'm not sure how much is random and how much it's just misplaying. So either way, whatever the reason, if you happen to get a bad setup, you're not gonna lose your run. Why? Because there's a way to get still a faster time than normal with the bad setup. The only difference is if you get the good setup, is that when you get the good setup, if you do two steps, you're already under the side of Jaffar with a one hit distance. If you do two steps, you're not far enough to go through Jaffar, but if you do a third step, now you're too far away and you'll need to strike him twice. So in order to prevent that, you can either stand still and you'll eventually swap sides, or strike, and that will also make you swap sides. I recommend striking, because at least at this point I'm not very good at recognizing which that a small window which one is the good pattern and which one is the bad pattern. So in order to avoid that, what you can do is you move 2 steps to the right, you strike. If it's the right pattern, you're already going for the 1 hit, and if you don't get the 1 hit, you get the 2 hit, and if it's the bad setup, you strike again and do the same thing. So now I'm gonna show you. Overall, this strategy is a pretty simple strategy. The only hard part is getting the timing right, which is just a matter of a little bit of practice, and then just executing a couple of simple commands. It has a lot of times of potential, especially this is a pretty easy trick, and this could be really good for any person, especially for Cal Gamer to get his sub 14. This is actually a pretty decent help, I'd say. Well, I think that's all. I hope this helps you all with your runs, and thanks again for VelCheran who helped me with finding this out. That's it.